one fiend because of the extra coil that got thrown down on it. Which was a ton of time that his other units took a ton of damage. Notice Spirit Link is, of course, going to own up like it normally does, but in a strat like this, it's not as big of a deal because, like I mentioned before, pretty much just putting damage on the Orc army as a whole is the thing to do. Like, he can save his red HP units all the live long day, but it doesn't matter because then you're going to have your towers up and you're just going to own him. And, of course, just keep rallying fiends to your units, and what you're kind of doing is you're just forcing the Orc into a single fight that is winnable for you. Like, Lucifron is much more prepared for the towers this time. He's got towers of his own going up. He's got demolishers, but he can't win this fight against the undead army because the extra damage from those ghouls, which own up a raiders pretty hard, actually. And honestly, I would say the grunts are a higher priority than the raiders, simply because they do a ton more damage to fiends. But at the same time, raiders are easier to kill because you've got the ghouls and you've got the coil, which deals them. But I would say save your coils defensively, so whatever. Basically, notice what he's doing is he's just got all this focus fire. His dancing is a lot more powerful than the Orcs. Even though the Orcs got Ensnare, he's got level 2 coil, statues, blight, and frost armor. So he's able to, like, he's winning these dances here. And the Demolisher, like, yeah, it's a siege. It can fire off volleys across the ocean, whatever. But I mean, it's what's the range on it? 1150. You know, it's barely twice what a Fiend's is, and so basically how you deal with the Demolisher is just what Ted was doing. You just go fire off volleys at it. Try to stay on the blight, and if you can sort of goad the Orc into coming in for a fight against you, then all the better, you know. And Lucifron's, I mean, eventually you're just going to put enough damage on it that you can just, it'll just die. And usually Orcs will keep making Demolishers. That's kind of how they fight off the towers. But remember that only works if they can actually fight off your army. So if you get an army advantage over them, then more often than not, you've pretty much won the game. Like, as long as you be careful not to lose your hero or something stupid, then you've pretty much got the game won once your army is, like, superior to his army. Because basically that means that he's got to worry about your beating off your army before you kill off his base, and he's got to worry about killing your goddamn towers too. So he's got to spend a resource trying to keep his base alive while trying to take your towers down and while trying to beat your army. So he's pretty screwed at that point. And one of the cool things about, like, Fiends is that, dude, the Orc defenses don't do shit to them. Because they're heavy, or they're medium armor, so they don't take damage much from piercing of the burrows or the towers. They do piercing damage, which does full to the burrows. They're really good units to just kind of sit here and pick at his base with. And while Fiends don't have the damage output of, say, a Rifleman, they actually don't. They do less damage than a Rifle overall. They're, of course, much more survivable. Just the extra 50 hit points or whatever is a pretty damn big deal, really. And you've got statues and blight. Like, your units are regenning so much that unless like the little shots from the demos, they don't do anything. Like the burrows firing at you with the blight and the unholy aura and the statue regen, like, he's not doing anything. And just by pumping like more Fiends to his army this whole time. Look at how many Fiends he's got. Like, you don't need the tech, you don't need to worry about this. On a map like Echo Isles, he's not going to sneak an expansion as long as you're, even the slightest bit cautious or wary of it. So, I mean, you just mass up the Fiends, and it's just, you've got this overpowering army, and you just keep picking at his base, and eventually it'll fall. So, and I mean, look at that. The Orc comes in for a push and just frost armor and coil. The Fiend is like not going to die. So this game is pretty much over, as I'm sure you can tell. And notice that, like, for a tower rush, he never needed more than 2 towers. Like, the whole thing is it's like a tower rush, yeah, but the towers are more just to, like, first of all, make the Blade Master not able to just rape your fucking face off, and second of all, just to give you a foothold in the Orc base. Like, the towers are not, like, the winning item, the winning ticket, like in, say, the human tower push. I mean, your units are the damage output. Like, Fiends are the damage output here. which of course is apparent by the fact that he's spent all his extra resource on making more fiends, not more towers. It's just that the towers... Oh, fuck that fiend. No! Long distance coils. Saving the lich. The towers just, like, literally, it's all about taking away the damage of the Blade Master. With the Farseer, I don't do this strat, and the reason is that even though you've got, you can take down the blade, or you can, like, put the cold effect on, like, the Farseer or whatever, it's the two wolves of the Farseer and the Chain Lightning that are his damage output, whereas all the damage is coming from the Blade Master for this strat, or with the Blade Master, he's doing all the damage. So it's, like, I just really think this strat is so cool because, I mean, I've said it a million times, but there's not really too much more to say. You're just picking at, like, every weakness of the orc. Like, it's such a perfectly timed and perfectly crafted strategy. I mean, you take the orc at the point where he's the most weakest, and then you just fucking shove a pine cone up his ass in the form of towers, and all of a sudden he can't get it out because you know, he spent too much time working out at the gym to build up his imbalanced Blade Master muscles, and now he can't bend that way to get the pineapple out. He's not flexible enough. So, fuck you, orcs, and bite my towers. So now we just get to watch the attack move ownage, or maybe not. Come on, attack move already. You've won the game. Okay, don't attack move in your own games. Be cautious. Be cautious. That lich would show up, then he could just go own him. This is boring. Let's talk about something more entertaining. On Secret Valley the other day, I was playing a game, and I swear to God, up by the top left fountain, I found a sheep in the water. Like, I think there was supposed to be ground under him, but it sure as hell didn't look like him. It looked like that sheep was just, like, swimming. And I just have a question. If there are any Scottish people that listen to my commentaries, can sheep swim? I know Scottish people, every Scottish person on the planet farms sheep for a living, so you should go ahead and let me know if your flock of sheep or herd of sheep or whatever, if they can swim. And good game. Actually, he doesn't say good game. It's funny, maybe he was angry. But anyway, that's the commentary, that's the strategy. I know this wasn't quite as fantastic as a lot of other audios that I've done, because, you know, my other audios are literally amazing. But I'm definitely gonna. I've got spring break coming up next week, so I'm gonna do another audio then, and it's gonna own pretty damn hard. So yeah, expect another one from me within 2 weeks, and I am going to make a challenge to myself to prevent me ever taking a month to do another commentary. Unless I should retire from audio commentating, which I have no intention of doing anytime soon. If I ever take a full month to do another audio commentary, I will do an 8-hour Shoutcast marathon. Now, do I think anyone would listen to me for 8 hours? Oh, God, no. It's a form of torture, I assure you. So, that's it. If I ever do that again, I'll do an 8-hour Shoutcast just to punish myself. And I think my voice would absolutely die. So I don't intend to be doing an 8-hour Shoutcast. So that's it. That's my commentary. Expect another Undead vs. Orc one over the course of next week at some point. And go have fun. Go to the tower strat. I don't know that I'm going to put a replay of me doing another one. I definitely am going to put the game 2 of the Ted vs. Luciferon series. It's not really all that great, but you know, I mean, want to check it out just for completeness sake. Go ahead, and that's all I've got. So, hopefully this didn't suck, and if it did, I don't really care because I need to put an audio out. So this is Dredrick signing out.